What is going on, you guys? Alex here. Today I will be showing you the deck that I've been playing for the past week, and as you can see is Zoodiac Magicians. This is a deck that I've been testing quite a lot lately. I've been trying to find new lists, ways to improve it, to make it better, to make it faster, more consistent. But every time I keep going back to the same list. I tried playing Allure of Darkness in the deck with more dark monsters, and it was working fine, but I decided just to stick with the list that you're about to see. A lot of people have been playing the deck, especially at the past European Nationals, where we saw two Magician Pendulum decks in the top 64, which I thought one of them would make top 8, but sadly it didn't because the Zoodiac deck's still very powerful and very consistent, a little more consistent than this deck. But this deck has a lot of power behind it. It's very quick, very fast and aggressive. It can set up like extremely difficult boards to get over, and especially to this card. This card makes a lot of your boards like basically a game because your opponent won't have an out to this if you can protect it. So as you can see by the top of my extra deck, I do have a Z Arc in the extra deck, which the deck can summon by turn 2 without even wanting to go for it. Basically, you just play the deck as you would play any other deck, just play the deck how it's meant to be played. And by turn 2, you can have a Z Arc ready to go and to like establish, basically just to punch your opponent or like just to go for a game that turn. But I will be showing you the list that I've been toying around, and I've been having a lot of success lately. I've been going to a lot of locals and doing fairly well with it. So let's start with the monsters. Of course, you have to play 3 jokers because he's the only normal summon you want to make, you want to do. Joker searches for pretty much anything in your deck if you take in consideration the Wisdom Eyes that are 3 of as well. So the Joker being a dark spellcaster has a lot of applications to the deck, and again, being a 3 is kind of insane if you think about it. I never I never thought that I would see Joker at 3 again, but for right now, I will play 8. I mean, 3 of them, and being an 8 scale is actually really relevant at times. For the most important card of the deck, you play 3 Wisdom Eyes. If you open 2 Wisdom Eyes in a Astrograph Sorcerer, you can do a lot of crazy boards, and especially if you open double Wisdom Eye and on a card that I will be showing you later in the deck, you can do so many like insane boards with this card. So the fact that it's at 3, it's actually really good. You have to play 3, no less than that. Put that over there. For the last 3 of us, we played 3 double Iris Magician. A lot of players have been playing 2 of this, which it is understandable, but at the same time, it's questionable because Iris Magician lets you search any of your combo pieces, mainly being the spell. The trap card. The trap card being the protection and the spell being the way to search for more magicians. So I feel that the 8 scale and the effect to search for a pendulum graph spell trap is too good to pass. And especially again, I will be showing you. Well, I guess you could read by the title of the video. I am playing Zoodiac cards, so you can like barrage this away and search for a magician. I mean for the pendulum graph spell trap, which is really good. I feel that 3 is correct. For the 2 of us, I'm playing just 2 harmonizing magicians. I started with 3, but it became really cloggy. Even though it's a high scale, I never want to put it in my scale because it doesn't really do anything there. But as a 2 of it, I see it whenever I need it. I can search it whenever I need it as well. So just the 2 of it is actually just fine. I never really missed a third. And as I was telling you in the beginning of the video, with playing Allure Darkness, you can easily play 3 of this, so you can allure 1 away if you have too many of them. A card that I recently went from 3 to 2 is Purple Potion Magician. It's definitely one of the better ones. Being able to play around like floodgates, it's really good, but it kept clogging in my hand. I didn't want to see multiples of, so just the 2 of is really good. I am playing Luster in the main deck, so having 2 copies is actually really good. You can like duplicate it and then pop something with the one that just went to the extra deck. So 2 2 Black Fang Magicians. This is a card that I really want to bump up to 3. This card is really good. Being able to have your opponent's attack and be special summoning a guy back, especially Joker after you overlay, or Astrograph Sorcerer after being striked, is really relevant. And if you pendulum summon two into a back row, let's say Solemn Strike, if your opponent strikes the summon, you can like target each other in the graveyard and bring them back. It's actually really cool, really relevant. Again, 2 for Luster and Z-Arc. And for the last Neo Magician in the deck, we play 1 White Wing Magician. This card doesn't really do much besides being a name. The fact that it's a tuner doesn't really come up, and she's just a normal monster. And again, she's a name, low scale. So besides summon Z-Arc, she doesn't do much. I guess the pendulum effect is sort of relevant, but not really. I went from 3 to 2 Astrograph Sorcerer. Yeah, having this card in your hand is kind of nuts. This card actually lets you play through backer fairly well, but I'm playing a lot of engines in the deck as is, and I feel that the third is better in a pure Magician list than a Zoo, anything else. It's just 2 of those, but you can play 3 if you want. 2 Pendulum, Performal Pendulum Sorcerer, one of the better Pendulum cards in the game. Being a low scale searchable by Pendulum Duelist Alliance, it's really good, because if you open this and Duelist Alliance, or Luster Pendulum and this, you can establish a Pendulum summon with this and pop something else and get a Joker to start your combos. So just the 2 of, so I can multiply it with Luster. And it's a searchable low scale. For the last Magician I play 1 Oath Dragon, one of the better cards in the deck as always. It was really good in the Oddest Magician deck, being able to recycle things, and it's really good in this deck because it's a little quicker, and getting Wisdomite in the extra deck is actually fairly easy. So you usually want to recycle Wisdomite or Harmonize Magician with this guy. It's really good. Luster Pendulum, it works really well with the deck. Times it clogs, it doesn't really do much besides multiply a Magician, but besides that, he's just good beater, good to have, summon with Ignis or Prominence, good out to anything. For the last Pendulum monster I play is Dragoons of Draconia, because via the Zoodiac engine you can search a low scale. So if you have any Zoo monster and Duelist Alliance, you can complete your scales. So just the 1 of as a searchable low scale. For the Zoo monsters, we only play 3. No Ranrams, no Thorblades, just these 3. You want to barrage away the Rat and search the Whiptail and or Dragoons of Draconia. So I feel that that's the only lineup you really need. The extra deck is super tight, so I'm only playing 5 Zoo extra deck. So I feel that this is the only number of Zoo monsters that I see myself playing. For the hand traps, I play 5. I play 2 Ghost Ogres, 2 Ghost Ash, and 1 Maxi. Only 5 because you have to remember that this is a Pendulum deck. You need to use a lot of your resources to establish a scale and a decent to powerful Pendulum summon. So I feel that too many hand traps will clog the hands and it will make it unplayable. But having these in the main deck actually helps, because you actually need them going second against your opponent. And plus, my decks are usually are built to go second because I never win at roll. So I decided to keep this in the main deck instead of the side deck, and use my side deck side deck space a little better, because I need more answers to my opponent's plays. So that's it with the monsters. For the spells, not that many. 3 Duelist Alliance. This card is crazy. It actually searches for like a lot of different things in the deck. You can play 2. I kind of want to play 2 myself, but having the extra consistency is like, it's too good. For probably the best card in the deck, besides Wisdomite, Zoodiac Barrage, this card is the nuts. If you open double Wisdomite and Barrage, you can do so many crazy plays, which is not even funny. If you have the Zoo cards and you're wanting to play your Magician deck, you should give it a chance. I highly recommend it. The Zoo engine extends your plays to new heights. You combo way harder with the Zoo cards than without it. So I understand that everyone hates Zoo, but it complements this deck fairly well, so I highly recommend playing them. 2 Pendulum, Star Pendulum Graph. I keep going back and forth from 1 and 2. Every time I play 1, I miss the second one, and every time I add the second one, I draw them too often. So I'm just gonna keep 2 in the deck.
Two seems pretty good, and I'm gonna keep testing it. This card is pretty good. It's a road every turn. So if your opponent doesn't have an answer to it, like in 2 turns, they lose the game because you just get Wisdomized and Harmonizing Magicians and just kill your opponent. Pendulum Call, which is the worst card in the deck. It contradicts everything about the deck because you want to be popping your scales with other things, but a time searching like 2 scales is really good, and the added bonus of protecting your scale doesn't really matter because you want to be popping them again, but you still have to play the one. It gets Ash super hard, and you only really need the one. And for the last spell, Board Wipe Regeki, it's unfair. You just need it going second. Your opponent establishes a board that makes you can't play like any floodgate monster like Gia, Dolka, and or a Fiend. Anything that prevents summoning, you just like Regeki that. And for the traps, just the one of Time Pendulum Graph. This is another card that I've been going back and forth on. I keep doing 2 and then cutting it to 1 because it keeps clogging my hand. So if I feel that playing the 1, it's good for now. I'm just gonna keep testing the 1 and let's see how it goes from there. That's the main deck. Should be 43, I believe. For the extra deck, you play 1 Zark. This card is crazy. When it's summoned, blows everything up. Your opponent's side of the field, of course. Can be target or destroy. It usually it's game when you summon this. So highly recommend playing the 1. You don't need to, but I recommend playing 1. For the synchros, I'm only playing 2. Stardust Dragon. It's really good against everything in the meta. Plus, establishing this with Stardust is really good because they will protect each other. So 1 Stardust just for like clutch protection for a field. And the best pendulum support card we've had in the game, Ignis of Prominence. A lot of the times you summon this card to keep comboing instead of like shuffling your opponent's cards, which is funny. You want to pop a card to shuffle something else to search later. Usually you want to pop a double iris and or violet poison so you can like pop something and spin something, which is crazy. Ignis of Prominence is just like really good. For the Ring Force, you play 1 Emerald. Want to recycle your key, let 1 of monsters, mainly the Zoo engine. That's why he's here. Emerald's pretty good. Kind of have to play it. Tornado Dragon to create some locks if you go first and your opponent needs to set some field spells or activate continuous spell and trap cards. You just Tornado Dragon those, and again creates like a soft lock. That's really good. Plus, you can do some rank 4s before you pendulum summon, and this is usually one of them. Dweller, because the True Draco matchup is still kind of annoying. The True King Dinosaur and True King Zoo gets hurt by Dweller, so you have to play the 1. I highly recommend it. 1 Time Star Magician. This is a card that I want to play too, like really badly, but I just can't find the room in the extra deck. So as a 1, right now I'm just playing the 1. It's recycled by Emerald and can be special summoned back by Joker. If you bring it back with not Joker, Black Fang. If you bring it back with Black Fang and then you can make a Zoo play, you can target mortar and material under this, and you can search again. But so I feel the 1 it's pretty good. 1 Trapeze Magician, because OTKs are very easy in this deck. So just the 1, I feel that it definitely belongs in the deck. So I'll give it a spot. For the last Xyz, generic Xyz, I play Utopia and Lightning. You need outs to Masterpiece and like big creatures, so Lightning will do that for you. And for the Zoo engine, you play 1 Borbo, attacks directly, just a name. 1 Tiger Motor, equip a rat, summon a rat. Broad Bull searches Whiptail and or Dragoon and Draconia if you need a scale, which is really good. And Double Trident, because if you do the rat combo, you usually end up with the Trident, and then whenever else you bring something, another rat or a Whiptail, you can summon and get a free pop. So 2 Trident is really good. That's it for the extra deck. That's 15. Main deck should be 43. And I will not be showing the side deck because it's according to whatever you play at locals. If you play with side deck, of course. Again, this is my take on the Magician deck for this format. Hopefully you guys like what you saw. Let me know what you think of the deck. Of course, there are so many lists out, but I feel that everyone plays the deck a little bit different, and I highly recommend testing this list. It's been working out for me. The only changes that I see myself doing is probably cutting some of the hand traps and or sorcerer to fit in some cosmic cyclones and or dimensional barrier. But besides that, the deck has been working fine. Again, let me know what you think down below. Check out my channel for more videos, and
Thank you for watching. Alex out. Peace.